Hey guys, welcome back to my study live stream. Now time is 20 o'clock 52 20 seconds, 23 seconds, and we begin our study live stream today. Mittwoch and 10th September 2025. We currently just back home like around 20-30 minutes, and we plan to open the study live stream at 51, but we delayed like 1 to 2 seconds, and that's really unimportant. So let's jump into the content, and otherwise my live stream slants gonna be cutted in some other kind of way, and so that we're not expected that much. But for the live streaming, and hope you guys could see my live streaming on my YouTube channel and to follow my channel and to leave the comments below, and let's start for today, so to say. And I really miss you guys, like only several zuschauer and Zuschauerinnen of my YouTube channel. So the reason why these 2 days I haven't opened the study live stream, but the most reason was in the sense of that I always sleep and went to university and studied a little bit at the pizza pool. So I cannot pump myself up into the level which in that day I was very tired, and the I think it's backstage of the YouTube and or some other streaming streaming things, a streaming service that they have cut it to the study live stream, so that I cannot just wake up and to close the study live stream, because I don't know what's that behind, and I feel like heavy energy, and I couldn't live that very very light way. Light means light, like easy way. So in this sense, we begin now, and I don't know whether I directly jump into the content or not, because I have a lot of things to share with you guys recently, and I feel like time's feeling, and like over several months now, and it's really somehow make me feel like scary, and but old problems still not solved yet. And today we lack one blaubeer muffin. We should buy that, but now, because now we still have the potential to order the blaubeer muffin. And I went to the Bio supermarket today. Is Densmarkt, and I bought several things, but there is no blaubeer muffin. Oh, I haven't asked about bakery, so I don't know whether they have or not. And then I forgot that I should go to the McDonald's today and to buy the blaubeer muffin. And we have one left over and haven't eaten, so that we can potentially tomorrow buy 3 of them. And so as the things, and to pay off the tax show, like. So today we're gonna remember to we're gonna watch the tax show, and that is on for yesterday. So I just continue, and I feel like content really interesting, and so we transferred money to the fifth apartment, because we want to delaying a little bit, because I have still lots of things to clean and to bring that back here today. I feel like my health is kind of slowly recovered in the things to rework for this environment. And the TV, the warm fenster 暖气 gonna be back to this new accommodation, and I guess you guys have saw that, but no one is interested in that. Is only functioning to make hits, right? So so otherwise, let's jump into the content. And um, so what else? I don't feel really great. And we have several rules in my study live stream. For example, we couldn't be that negative as we could be, and so sometimes in any kind of way, and we're gonna we're gonna for potentialize ourselves and not restricted by any sense of feeling unconfident, and so that besides besides otherwise we're still gonna speak the second language. Is the second language preferred in my YouTube channel is to speak Chinese. Everyone feel when I feel like inconfident, and the first channel language is English, and the third one is German. My academic writing language, I still feel confident about that. And even last semester, one classmate in bachelor level, and he is showing his finished thesis on the stage, and it should be a one awesome. And if it is not, that cannot be spoken through, right? So yeah, let's drive in some kind of way. We first need a real timer, and I found in the YouTube that they have sufficient amount of choices which you can choose from. But in the reality, that actually we only have the black-white timer, and another one is that great, but with a pink profile photo. my天呐，我的天呐，我的天呐，好 ugly 啊！我的天呐。but yeah, but that is not me. So let's just restart. Okay, cool. We finished with that, and there are several other stories going on, but it's not in the actual time, so that it's kind of not very relevant with us. And we're gonna see, or we're gonna search for that again, and so that you guys get. Today's the thing to celebrate, but I don't believe that I think it is like 7 days ago, and so that if it is not new and not actual, like in the actual time sense, and I won't really follow the content because because it would not have time. So um, yeah, we don't know whether it's Simo or not, but we could potentially see that again. But I don't really want now. So So yeah, just let's say that again, and so that to see the weather forecast ring is Simon or someone else like Bernard and etc. 所以我们现在就 continue，然后再看这个他说 Simon，但是他又给了就是他的那个旁边的那个 recommended 的那个 list，然后又是应该解成那个不全 incomplete，但是我们现在可能没有那么多时间去对焦这些，或者我们可以选择后退，然后后退一下，然后或者我们再看一下刚才截的图，但是找截图的话，可能现在不是很现实，因为可能找不到，因为没有那么多。没有，所以我们现在不费尽心力了，然后去找这个。然后这边有什么 Grandiola time 吗？所以今天我们可以看一下那个，就是他们的一个交接仪式，然后法国，然后有这样一个。 Okay, guys, what we are facing now is that to solve resolve the problems about whether that yeah, currently we chosen one that is Cassie or not. Cassie is one chips that is not computer chips, that is the chips that which you can eat, that is castle chips, and usually buy that, and so there are a lot of any other chips also have the red Fipacon, and not just Cassie has the red Fipacon, and so that Cassie is one chips which my not very favorite one, but the price less than €2, and you can buy that in the Euro store, and I really don't think that it's valuable. If you think that current thing that is because resulting from the Cassie and etc., that's really made me feel like not reasonable. And so that's fine. We see the Turkish immigrants again, and I feel like very not distracted. I feel like they're saying we are not in the same competition, and why you just always showing out? You show to whom? Meine Güte. And you need certify is the professor, for example, or decan, and etc. I'm not that one that you should compete with because we are not in the same level. And yeah, I think that's the most reason. So let's go for the yeah, now still until yeah, until and until we still, but yeah, okay, fine. So now it's raining and outside. And yesterday they got the Apple event, and because that I was too high, and now it's 27 million in one day. I don't know what that effect is, but also ever. And we're gonna find one playlist or the Gentle Cafe and to house yeah. Or we find Animal Crossing and to recording our study time and just let's do things more quickly. Animal Crossing time. And 3 days ago there is Wolfsburg, but we haven't seen that the results. So I feel like that is design something really bad to destroy me, and so 天呐，竟然是托马斯，我觉得这个可以点，然后画质很好。So let's go 一个托马斯阿夫。 因为我感觉不到太多了，我就在说。如果是3条的话，它中间产生里面最好的对，所以的话，学生拿的不好，尤其是在超市货架上面的话，一般来说一个物品都有多个，这样的话，助教一直让我拿不好，然后教授一直让我买坏的盒子，他们拿到好的，当然他们拿了好的之后，他会给你一个好的成绩，或者是对。反正就是今天我们买不了多少钱。 对，因为就是在在那个一般地铁站的时候，结果是说，如果一个蘑菇代表的是一个可以食用的产品的话，为什么不会是餐具呢？难道在平时去，为什么到最后的时候你需要餐具呢？然后如果每个蘑菇都是可以食用的或者，所以在帝国里面的东西，比如说一个 teller，一个 cup，一个嗯一个 bowl 吧，它算是一个 bowl 吧。然后它加起来的话，也就是不能用杯子做，也不能盛喝的。请问你可以用什么吃饭？平时你可以用什么盛饭？所以我觉得你可能要去考这个。 砂锅吗？还是什么？反正我也不知道，飞翔还是嗯，这个成语这个这十分得罪我，我觉得真的是这个歌， 行，guys，我们现在没有什么想说的。然后刚才他们给了一个这个，几个片段视频，然后关于就是说这个7秒左右的一个 concentrate art，然后这么一个事情，然后我感觉有点 strange，因为我们 recently 连接了一个这个 highlight，然后他去某一个火车站，然后他去工作，然后在外面，然后就是编辑视频，有可能或者其他，突然有一些这个对就是车站的一些呃警卫人员，然后突然间，然后在跟他聊天。然后问一些问题，and 一切的话，刚好他的那个地板，然后那个火车站地板，然后就很像我们现在住的这个地方，然后门口的那个区域，所以我真的不敢说这个马口教授这宏观这个女教授有多么的有多么的就是有多么的药的价格少了，就是真的是这样。但是我们先ignore 这些东西，然后也。然后开始 just write down notes，然后还就需要背一下。 嗯，行，简单说一下我目前我遇到的这种情况，然后是有点复杂，我感觉就是嗯，其实没有特别复杂。然后，这两天可能是 avoid 了一个学校里面的 TR 所造成的一种恐慌吧。然后，嗯，哦对，还要记一下那个 SASANT，然后就是系统上面好像是算错的。 不知道为什么感觉很恐怖，然后，但其实我从来没有这样的感觉。然后，因为我平时都非常开心，然后我都一直都很 happy，然后我没有感觉到什么 downside emotion，然后我没有感觉到就是 recently，然后 haven't feel like this in my childhood, like my hometown, and unless you have some like one far crash and that kind of thing, and otherwise you shouldn't feel in this way. Currently, we still not get free from that before last meeting, so that we currently still need to do that. And until we clean this away, like first in, first out, this kind of method to deal with that. But Professor Notes has pushed some, yeah, who knows, like his team, and pushed some videos that really shocks in like the dark side of humanity, and which you could observe like some now life. Actually, that was a Japanese YouTuber in, and this kind of now life reflects to another Vietnamese YouTuber, and so that it's kind of Hanoi. And afterwards, that was the neighbor from before last meter. And afterwards, that they make that to the macro router, so to say. I'm not sure. And so it's kind of like a different word. And while it's relevant with the trash bin, a small trash bin. It's not actually it's not trash bin. It is like something and in your briefkasten hin on here and hin on here, and that you cannot wake for dream state. I don't know why, and they are setting that kind of suppressions whatsoever. And yeah, we need to find a timer and which can we yeah, that somehow feels scary. Um, and yeah，所以我现在找一个那个就是 Animal Crossing 的 music，and this music all sound like cartoon colors time in YouTube will not which will not uh yeah which will not make things worse and etc. So 今天其实我们 kind of 有一个 timer，但是这个有一点问题。但是我们可以用一个叫 Fox Corner，然后是 Space and empty heart。So that we can use that, but the Schriftzeichen was quite uncomfortable. We can also use the green color and with a lot of 斜杠 and etc. But we could reuse this. That's the only one which currently is be available. 对，我可以自己做一个 timer，然后放在 YouTube 上。果然出现了问题。 对了，我很长时间没有看 Thomas F 的视频了，然后他拍的时间非常的紧凑，然后我觉得，我发现他了，因为那个年糕阿泽，然后他们前段时间发的视频，然后都是那种非常大的那种字，然后呢，他也曾经告诉我说，我我把字体放大，让别人看到这个内容是什么。但是因为我平时的生活，然后片段性比较强，所以我我没有办法完全的，然后让别人去了解我自己的想法或者是什么，所以我觉得这是一个很大一个问题。那我们就继续，然后现在我们在朝最后一页的那个 PowerPoint，然后上面是一些 references，which the first author is Cohen A. 2012. And don't laugh and never laugh, and laugh is not the reason to solve the problem. And Cohen is one guy in the United States, and he got some problems in the area about political scandal and etc. And that was many years ago. The outlooking from this person was quite like not that sorry, I don't have other meaning, but I mean the what is the similar characteristic in the facial recognition area. And so they have this A, and this A appears in my mind since I moved here like from last month a lot of times. And while I prepare the FG exam, that was not okay, but the macro professoring that was just coming before several days the exam started, and then the the macro professoring has poured the water and pour the cafe into the van of the kitchen, but that doesn't really matter, and that's very unimportant, I guess. And you can wipe it out, like and but interesting thing is that once I bought one pen also recent months, and that was A Spitzer A, and haven't saw that before, and it's usually M and B and F and EF, and so you haven't saw that kind of type, and I found it amazing, and so finally they got a Cohen A, and usually when you have this kind of area of research or conducted, and we will think about that when you have the interest into some cases into the area, for example, like like the inaction of some law and etc. Enacted law, and in this kind of sometimes the enforcement actions. In Germany, they don't have this kind of enforcement action, I guess, but since the current university have lots of linkage with the United States, and the teaching style was kind of open to America, so to say. That's why sometimes sometimes they really use this kind of punishment from the United States, for example, like 2017 that time, or 18, 17, 18, and that was that in time period. I don't want to remember that again. And that like crazy and screening and etc. So from my point of view, this A remind me think a lot, and 2012 is interesting, and but the big earthquake that was also happening in this year, and also last month, like 8th August, that the earthquake happened in Russia. Rusland, you hardly make a connection and the linkage between, because that was not logic. And since it depending on which kind of criterion you actually use, for example, if you think the content, for example, like the PowerPoint is free and open, that everyone can access, which they have the access to, access with IPO setting, like access in conscious level also counts as access, for example. And then whether as you think in this way that the earthquake happening series after like 13 years after, and repeatedly in this in last month, and whether they have some indications, for example, and who knows. Funny way is that my pursued credit points, that was also this number, remind me think of whether that is like catastrophic. And that's why many several years ago, like even the professor has mentioning that I was always the opposite of the bank, because I don't really like bank. And so so that's why I think that yeah, the opposite word of the bank is KV, right? So it is kind of like catastrophic thing happening, and for example, like earthquake and some etc. So, but why? But it doesn't matter why the professor both choose this kind of references. Yeah, if this PowerPoint is from TK professor, I usually call him as TK professor, but it is more easier because the name is very complicated. His name is very complicated, and so I usually call him TK professor. And you can find in the Nature Communications article that some of them are always like GFP, because GFP means sometimes also have some like material in quantum things that they have TKP. And so because I think that always I called him as TKP, that's why TKP, so that is TFP. So usually when I TFan, for example, like TF boys, don't know whether you guys know that combination of the popular singer in China, very famous, combined with three boys, and now already grown up. And this is very difficult. And before I actually move into the fifth apartment, and usually when I go to the Chinese restaurant and to hold some food, and then that's really matters, because that is heavy and this kind of action difficult to lifting, and so to say. So that's why usually you can also, I don't know why he put this here, but CA, I was almost think recent days I gonna buy this kind of CA on us clothes in order to to let me to remember this kind of content, even I have not acknowledging any level that this gonna be this be relevant content in the PowerPoint, for example. But for example, like Wei Qiangzhang, Wei Qiang classmate, and he is always into the further state, into the study, because he currently is already PhD and he got double degree in master. So I guess that is the most reason to so otherwise, justice in the city and argument from the sources of Arabic Arabic Judaism. You guys know the Yudan that building, and this is also one study updater and YouTuber best in YouTube, and it's Karma Medic, and so that I really don't know why they using a Robotnik like recent days, and when I think of this word, and in my perception that they have lots of understandings in robbery, like you robot into some store and buy something and stuff without paying, and so that rabbinic that's and rubric. Yeah, okay, fine, because in last semester I haven't sent the rubric and into the course in the development economics, educational economics, and so policy and development and etc. So that they are saying, 哦天呐 they are saying that matters, but better not to connect the meaning between the rubric and the rubric and robbery, because they absolutely does not have any meaning. But recent research articles, they are saying all suggestive advices that they are saying this kind of rubric, you can search for the meaning about the exact, but I gonna say that is the rope, like not rope golf, but like how to say that, like like square eyes. One is the Chinese study PhD based in another German university, and we always got the conflicts with each other, and for several years, and since 2023 24, finally we got better. And I'm gonna tell you guys why, and the reason is that Professor Yang was also the expertise in this field, and he has a lot of Asian Chinese course, and so that he dealt this kind of problem in efficient way. But this problem can be observed in many aspects. You can think in this way and that way, is all your choice, for example. And so so you guys potentially, as I could understand, I gonna take that into the rubric, because I guess that is the blame from that I haven't submit the rubric, because that is like a book review, like one page, and like evaluation, and two big boxes, and you can write something for your assigned readings from the Latin American Institute. And the otherwise I haven't because I don't have time. I don't think that's really important. And but why in that course already last semester, but why they at all using the rubric and instead of other method to record the reviews experience? From my point of view is that the docenting from this course, that she is very like she is very like square eyes, So that RB's 322. 322, what I mean is that copy one from the rope from the square eyes, and so that they share the similar perspectives with each other, and that's why, yeah, and that's why she asked us to submit the rubric and etc. But another problem is that why recently we got a Dear Nancy is this one YouTuber as well, and recently in the round of this environment. Is not very welcome. Her actually absolutely. So one is 约旦主义吧，应该是 so Jordanism. Why is no nism? So I cannot really combine them together, and in the sense that rabbinic and Jordanism, like when I only the connection point connecting point coming is that one manga that called 圣斗士星一 and so that is the only manga which I saw on the BL2 platform. I like that one, and I saw so about that. You guys can check that. And so yeah, 星一圣斗士yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure. And but how amazing! 圣斗士星一 and it's the that's really breaking through. Yeah, so let's back to content, and let's back to the study. And I usually very much like to read the references because I like the references more than content itself. And so yeah, because it can expand it in some kind of way. And yeah. If this literature from TK professor 张丹你怎么没有毕业呀？然后 Rubinic already is postdoctor，你怎么还入？张丹你怎么张丹你怎么还没毕业呀？然后的 Rubinic 然后 already is postdoctor. I hope you guys can understand. And because I always say good night in WeChat to my family members and etc. So that Jordanism and that was dating back to the literature actually from Juliuson's unfinished work like Zhang Baodan. I hope you guys heard about Zhang Baodan in the class of document Geschichte from your Wing professor. And yeah. So that's about 农业经济 like aristocratic or yeah, it is some definitions and etc. So what we do now is to continue, and I feel like a little bit Gauza. I don't know how to describe that feeling, and but we're gonna continue. And the series is the 圣斗士星移，然后 New Perspectives in that is about yeah. So and new perspectives in when we conversion that time I felt great, and afterwards that is okay, but after the August because the yeah, so so that things getting really wrong, and that's the only problem whether you can align their thoughts or not, or align. And afterwards few years that was catastrophic, and until until 2024, and things going back to a normal track, and almost yeah, 6 years, and I was kind of beyond and equivalent as her level. I highly say that because we were not the same major, but whatsoever. And back to my previous life stage, and feel like very normal and very banal and very etc. So yeah, fine. Let's continue. 应该吧，我觉得这篇文章，然后就是圣斗士说的圣斗士星移，然后其实可以在标图上面看一下。但是 recently 我们还是，不要那个啥，就我们还是不要在学习的时候播放任何音乐，要不然的话可能会减速这样。然后第二个 literature，然后是肯定有 professor 的。然后刚才那个视频让我觉得有一个很 wrong 的一个地方，是在后面装包的那个人上，他那个黑包是，有点像我胖版，不是我，就是就是他属于一个人，然后另外一个 similar like，然后在你刚要关视频的时候，然后你发现旁边，然后他和康内有教授，然后坐在一块儿，就有点像康内有教授坐在一块儿，然后他们往前走，然后这边也有一个，然后就有点像那个我今天下午想买那个 New c u r 看起来，然后就是 Bitter Soul，然后就感觉就感觉有点恐怖，有点 scary。And the reason is that the sofa color, my current this current one, that the sofa color was exactly same as the train station, and then afterward, the backstage that is TV, and they are telling me about how they find things matters and which kind of observative perspective they are towards students they're gonna use, and usually they will not show to support the positive or good aspects of students. Absolutely, even uh, absolutely in here. They will think something like more protective things and what was where and that kind of thing is that in yeah that dangerous and so yeah fine. 所以我真的觉得是很奇怪。 Okay, guys, we finished now, and it's just yeah. Other this features is just like foundational, and so there is no need to talk about. I guess the last one is Amaya time, and that is the idea of justice 2011, and it does really help me yesterday or before yesterday. We bought a Renault SA in Bolivar text, and which drives me today into the last sentence of this PowerPoint. So now we finish the lecture and then can potentially now go to the Yibong. And so yeah, but we need relogging, so I'm gonna start a little bit. Today one thing is really wrong because I got the €3 and 33 cents, which is equal to the amount which I left over in my current trading account, and 3 cents was lost it, and so it could add to the PayPal and Professor Steiner, because their team gonna take a provision fee while you buying the cryptocurrency, for example, or other available functionalities. And so, in this sense, I have no wonder why this happening because this I would not say this happened again as it happened before, and it just only charged in. I don't really think that you could do it in that way. Yeah. So we're gonna not log in, and but I'm gonna kind of stop here in the things we're gonna mm, so mm, OK，所以现在我们就下播了。那个今天也算有一个好消息，就是那个有一个人，然后他的那个考试，然后好，就那个嗯好多次都没有通过，结果 finally，然后他今天发的走个视频，那个视频，然后上面他发的那他发的那他发的那个视频，嗯，说他考的挺高的，然后考了91分，然后吓我一跳，因为我的那个 Google account 上面被91%是那个内存嘛，我没有定那个月份，然后它价值是1.99，因为它的那个就是斜杠，然后就是 pay each month。你如果要那个考那个驾照的话，for example，你定了这个的话，其实很麻烦的，因为你那个考试的那个，对你那考试的，他们就可以用1欧2欧给你揣着走这样子，所以就划不来，所以所以所以上一次，然后那个我家人就跟我说要我把那个退订了，然后我想我退订应该也不影响吧，但是后来就是你可以就是定一个每1年的，要不然 每个月刚开始的时候，到10天左右的时间，然后他们就一直在用1.99不停地踹来去，踹来去，踹来去，踹的很麻烦。然后你相当于每个月，然后1.99欧，然后学校里面就可以让你考一次试，然后所以你到后面的时候，你这考试然后就变得，你可能就不知道你哪里没有注意到，或者是没有给予重视，然后他们就把这部分你的这个准备的考试得就给拿走了。所以就这种情况下的话，上一个月，然后就是建议是退订的那个，然后他就刚好考那个成绩就考得很好。然后让我怀疑学校里面就上一次，然后2个考试他都没有给我算，然后一个考试是 capitalism 和 democracy， 然后那门课就 journalist 那门课，然后另外一门课是finance case 和 gas system， 其实2个都是比较简单的课，然后就你可以给的，但是当然给不给这个就是这个我们说的不算，所以你只能去 making efforts。然后另外一个点就是前一段时间的时候，我感觉这儿突然变了一个风格，就是怎么说呢？突然变得就是非常的，就是中规中矩的。然后这个就考的还挺好的。我觉得我心里面有点就是非要悲伤的，因为就我觉得我心里面有点不爽、不开心的原因是，我觉得我就做的不对的地方，我是前2年的时候，我经常看那个车比赛，然后我不应该看，要不然的话，我想他应该也不可能不过嘛。然后所以行，那就是大概就这个，大概就这样。所以综合来说，我不应该看的太嗨，然后那个车比赛，然后以至于他们那个比赛，然后就是每次思想太快了嘛，然后根本然后在国内的那个考试就是驾照考试，然后把这耽误了这么长时间，然后我觉得就是这不对的。行，然后行，那我们就现在就这样吧，不然还说什么？我有点困，然后稍微休息一下。本来我们今天打算学30个小时，然后至少把第一个小时先学完。但是我们先休息，明天早上起来早一点。嗯。 Okay, we gonna close the step two, and so see you guys in next one, and keep the timer, and you can search the 30 hours in Google, and they're gonna jump one light blue boxes. And another one is that you could use one channel that is pink. It's yeah, it's pink profile photo, but you could ignore it and directly uh, click the blue colored time, for example, and so you could avoid their profile photo and etc. And so we're gonna see each other in next one. So keep eyes on my YouTube channel. And see you guys. Bye.